Who am I and why am I doing this? I'm KI investing, in my mid-30s, still working full-time and building wealth on the side. And I'm taking you with me, step by step. I want to find out what really works, which stocks actually build long-term wealth, which strategies lead to true financial freedom, and how can you make your money work for you, consistently. No BS, no get rich in 30 days nonsense, and definitely no Lamborghini fantasies. I'm showing you real investments, real analysis, and my real journey. If you want to see how someone from real life builds wealth with a system, you're in the right place. If you want to support me, hit subscribe and follow me on this path. Imagine waking up a few years from now, opening your portfolio, and realizing that one single decision completely changed your life. Not overnight, but step by step. Today, I'm going to show you 3 stocks that I truly believe have that kind of potential. 3 companies so well positioned, they could transform your financial future if you start investing in them today. And no, this isn't some clickbait story. I'm not talking about penny stocks or hype companies that vanish a week later. I'm talking about businesses that solve real problems. Companies with solid technology, strong leadership, and long-term potential. What makes this video special? I actually own all 3 of these stocks in my portfolio. So I'm not just talking. I've invested real money. I promise you this, after watching this video, you won't just discover 3 new stocks. You'll have a much better understanding of what really matters when it comes to high-quality growth stocks, and how to invest your money in a way that makes it work for you over the coming years. So make sure to watch until the end, because each of the 3 stocks is completely different. And at the very end, I'll tell you which one I personally believe has the strongest potential. Of course, this is not financial advice, but if you're thinking about investing in AI stocks, these are my personal favorites that I'm betting on. The first stock I want to introduce to you today is Symbotic, a company that is completely redefining the future of logistics. If you thought automation was only for giant car factories, you'll be surprised by what Symbotic is building behind the scenes. They're automating entire warehouses, using robots, AI, and a highly sophisticated system that loads and unloads shelves at lightning speed. What does that mean? Lower costs, faster operations, fewer errors, and all of that for companies that ship thousands of products every single day. And here's the secret. Symbotic isn't just some hopeful tech startup trying to find a market. They're already in. Walmart, one of the biggest companies in the world, isn't just a client, they're also an investor. And they're rolling out Symbotic systems across their logistics centers. So if you're thinking about where your money could grow over the next few years, ask yourself this. Which companies are right at the beginning of a massive megatrend? Symbotic is exactly that. They're still early and many investors haven't even heard of them. But they're sitting right at the intersection of artificial intelligence, robotics, and logistics. And that's exactly where trillions will move in the next 10 years. On top of that, the company is growing like crazy. Last year alone, Symbotic increased revenue by over 60%. Their order backlog is full, and their business model is built on recurring revenue, which means that once a customer adopts the system, they usually stick with it long term. I personally got in around $33 per share because I'm convinced Symbotic can reach a whole new level in the coming years. And the best part? They're more profitable than most people think. Technically, they're not showing net profits yet, but operationally, every new rollout makes them more efficient. What I really like, this isn't some futuristic idea. It's a real use case already running every day inside massive warehouse centers. And in a world where everything needs to move faster, cheaper, and with fewer errors, this company could quietly become the ultimate winner. My conclusion, if you're looking for a real growth rocket, powered by AI, robotics, and real-world demand, you definitely want Symbotic on your radar. The second stock I want to introduce to you today is Sea Limited, a company that gets far too little attention in the West, but is already one of the most important players in the Asian market. Sea is what I'd call a 3-in-1 giant, an e-commerce platform, a mobile gaming company, and a fintech provider, all under one roof. While everyone talks about Amazon's dominance in the West, Sea's platform Shopee is an absolute powerhouse in Southeast Asia. Shopee is the market leader in countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, and Vietnam. Yes, market leader. In a region with over 600 million people. What makes Sea so exciting is the combination of rapid growth, a smart platform model, and extremely high user retention. People who shop on Shopee often go straight to Sea Money for digital payments, and those looking for more engagement end up using the company's gaming platform Garena, with games like Free Fire, which at times has had more downloads than Fortnite, and that really says something. Sea controls a massive part of the digital infrastructure in a region that's expected to explode economically over the next 10 to 15 years. What many investors don't know is that Sea has undergone a major transformation in recent years. Back in 2021, they were focused on aggressive growth with heavy losses. But the management has since made a sharp pivot toward profitability. In 2023 and 2024, they reported positive earnings in several segments, especially in Fintech. At the same time, they exited unprofitable markets like France and Spain to double down on their core regions. And that decision is now paying off. Today, C is leaner, more efficient, and closer to consistent profitability than ever before. The stock has taken a beating over the past few years, which in my view represents a massive opportunity. I personally bought in at around $130 because I believe C is on track to play a role in Asia similar to what Amazon or Alibaba have achieved, but with even more synergy between e-commerce, payments, and gaming. And all of this is happening in markets where millions of people are just starting to shop online or use digital payment systems. When you combine the growth of these regions with C's strategic positioning, you get a picture that's incredibly promising. And that's why I don't just see C Limited as a stock. I see it as a digital infrastructure investment in one of the most dynamic regions of the world. To me, it's one of the most exciting ways to get in early on a long-term digital ecosystem that's only just beginning. The third stock I want to introduce to you today is CrowdStrike, a company that has been a true pioneer in the field of cybersecurity for years. In a world where data is the new gold, protecting that data has never been more important. And that's exactly where CrowdStrike comes in. Their platform, Falcon, analyzes billions of data points in real time, detects attacks before they happen, and protects companies around the world from cybercrime, powered by artificial intelligence, automation, and massive scalability. What sets CrowdStrike apart is not just the technology itself, but the business model behind it. Instead of selling one-time licenses, the company uses a subscription-based model, similar to Netflix, but for cybersecurity. That means stable, predictable revenue, extremely high customer retention, and huge cross-selling potential. Once a company becomes a customer, they tend to add more and more modules over time, which increases revenue per user year after year. And the numbers prove it. Over 60% revenue growth in recent years, more than 23,000 customers worldwide, a gross margin of over 75%, and rising profitability quarter after quarter. What's especially impressive? CrowdStrike is growing and making money at the same time, something that's rare in the tech sector. But what's even more exciting is the road ahead. With every new data breach, with every new threat, cybersecurity becomes more essential, not just for corporations, but also for governments, hospitals, and critical infrastructure. And CrowdStrike isn't just another provider. They've established themselves as the market leader with a technological edge that even giants like Microsoft are struggling to catch up with. On top of that, the company keeps evolving. New AI models, deeper cloud integration, better scalability. I personally bought CrowdStrike at around $399 because I'm convinced that cybersecurity isn't a trend, it's a basic need. And that's exactly what makes this company a must-have in any long-term portfolio, especially if you're looking for companies that stay relevant even during a crisis, because they solve a problem no one can afford to ignore. If you enjoyed this format, feel free to subscribe. It shows me I'm on the right track and motivates me to create even more videos like this. Thanks for watching. Follow KI Investing for more tips. KI Investing, your edge in investing.